Something that was interesting about Guadeloupean culture. Okay, so in the church we would have like talent shows every few months, and they always put on like a cultural display, which was so cool. They had like different like dancing and stuff that they would do, like plays and stuff like that they would act out in Creole, and some of the dances were very interesting, like I said, like the West Indies sadly has like a very big slave history. So a lot of the cultural events and stuff they would have would be like some of the dances were from when the slave culture, like back in the day, like the dances and things that they would do, and they've still kept that alive to honor their ancestors, which I think is really cool. So yeah, like the different dances and things, as far as like other cultural things that they would do. Like I said, it's a very interesting clash between the Caribbean culture and the French culture, but people generally tend to be like very welcoming and very warm for the most part. Depending on what their views are on religion, like they tend to be much more open to religion, just in general in the Caribbean than they would be in, say, like Metropole. And like they have a heavy Catholic influence from France, but they also have a very big Protestant influence, because they have a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses in the area. They have a lot of more, I'm not sure exactly like how you'd qualify it, but like Protestant, like Presbyterian type churches as well. But yeah, like generally people will be very open to like just having a conversation with you. Their feelings vary on whether or not they're open to talking about the gospel or missionary work, but they are generally just very friendly people. Something I really admire about the people is just that they are so generous and so giving to like just people in their community. Whether you be part of the same congregation or not, they're just very generally warm and friendly and generous people. Like they will, I experienced like as a missionary, like people just wanted to, even if they weren't interested in talking about the church, they just wanted to like be friendly and like open their homes to us and just talk to us about like why we were there. And like we would have people invite us over for meals, like just to get to know us. But yeah, very friendly, very generous people. Like I said, there's a heavier religious influence there than I would say than there would be in Europe. But yeah, they're just very strong, a very kind people. They have like this standard French holidays. It's something interesting that I thought, like they don't really, in general, like they don't really celebrate Halloween, but that started to change like while I was on the island. Like the members would have Halloween parties and dress up in costume, which was pretty cool. They celebrate like the French Independence Days and things like that. There's a lot of civil involvement, which I thought was pretty interesting. The French people are very active in their communication with the government, and they're very aware of their rights and things like that, and they are open to civil demonstrations and just being very, very politically involved, which is admirable, I think. In some ways, like it did cause some issues, like with the work, like because, like I said, like there was one point where I got like the French elders were evacuated from the French side of the mission because there was some civil unrest with the government and people went on strike. So we were evacuated just to make sure, like, I don't think we were in any real danger, but it was just to, the church wants to be very safe and very conscious of the missionaries' safety. But yeah, like generally the people are just very, very friendly and pretty cool.